Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to show you guys my Thanksgiving look I created. It's really an easy one, not too difficult, nothing too fancy, but I was getting ready to go to my parents' house. I'm not going to be able to spend Thanksgiving with them, but I figured I would still kind of incorporate the Thanksgiving colors into my makeup. So this is the look. It's a really fun one, basically just orange, burgundies, wing liner, and nude lips. So I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys try it. If you do, post your pictures on my Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you want to see how it's done, keep watching. First off, we're going to start with Super Copper. And this is basically just an orangey, bronzy, coppery sort of color, and it's a pigment, so use whatever you have. You can even use just a matte orange shadow, and if it's not pigmented enough, just apply it wet. I'm going to use a 239, and you want to get a little bit of Fix Plus. Mine is in here because mine was almost out, so I just put it in a smaller container. So you want to get a little bit on your brush, like that. And dip the side of the brush that you wet into your product. And you know it's right when you have sort of like a paste on your brush, and you only need to get it on one side of the brush. No need to get the other side dirty. So it's just a little pasty, and what you start doing is tapping it onto your lid. Tap off the excess. You only want the paste on there. You don't want any loose pigment on there. That way you avoid fallout. As you see, we don't have any fallout. Once again, start tapping it. Don't swipe it, just tap it onto your lid. Okay, now the next thing you want to do is take a blending brush, whatever one you have, and I'm going to use Max 217, and I'm going to blend out these edges. It's important to do that so that the shadows that go around that won't stick to your pigment. So now I'm going to take a shadow called Brown Script, and it's this one right here. It's an orangey brown, sort of a terracotta color. And with my 217, I'm going to swirl it in there and add this to my crease. There's nothing particular about the way I'm doing it. I'm just starting right here, which is usually where I start, where the highest point of your brow is. Start right here and just blend back and forth, side to side. And I also get a little bit in here once my brush doesn't have too much shadow. Once you have it like that, get a fluffier brush and blend out your edges. This is Max 224. Okay, and now I'm going to blend the other side. So this is barely blending out that pigment. And then pick up some of my Brown Script and blend it on the crease. Get a clean 217 brush and blend out the edge. And you can even go in here where you don't have that much shadow, just to blend this out. It makes it easier for your brush to be cleaner because it won't darken up this inner corner. It'll just blend out whatever shadow's there. Okay, so the next shadow we're going to apply with our 217 that we first used the Brown Script is going to be Sketch. And Sketch is this one here. It's a really pretty burgundy one. So with your same brush, start right here at the highest point of your brow and blend back and forth in a half moon shape. I don't want to go too far in with that. Excuse me, just about midway. So as I go, I'm trying to get both sides even. Now I'm going to take my cleaner, 217, and blending these edges out. Now I'm going to go into a darker color, Shadowy Lady. And for this color I'm going to use a brush from Mary Kay. I went to Mexico last year and I didn't take my brushes because it's really hot out there in the summer, so I figured I'm not going to be wearing any shadow. But I missed doing my makeup, so I bought a Mary Kay brush out there. So I'm just going to pick up some product. And just add it a little to the outer V to deepen up sketch. So what I'm doing is I'm tapping the product into the crease like this, and it doesn't take too much blending because we already put the sketch. So I just kind of just deepen it a little. Like that. See the difference between this eye and this eye? And then I'm going to take the first brush that we used for brown script and sketch, and I'm just going to blend out this outer edge of Shadowy Lady. Because this brush still has sketch, it's easier to blend. So once again with my Mary Kay brush, start deepening the crease. A little onto the outer corner of the lid. And once again with your 217, blend out the edges. And you can even go a little onto the shadow to make sure it's nicely blended. And I'm going to take my Brule, which is this one here. Brule is almost a matte beige color that almost matches my skin. It's a little lighter than my skin tone, and I love it for a highlight, especially because we're doing a shimmery lid. You don't want to add a shimmery highlight too. You want a matte highlight so that the rest of the shadows can shine on their own. The 224 and go over these edges between the brown script and Brule. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take an angled brush like this. This is MAC 266 and a black shadow. Or you can also wet your brush a little bit, then pick up some of the shadow and line your eyes. You might want to be careful if you're using Fix Plus to wet your brush. If it goes inside your eye, it will sting. Okay, do the same for the other eye. You don't want your shadow to go past your liner. So we're just cleaning up. There's no makeup remover on the Q-tip, it's just dry. So I'm going to clean up like that. Now at this point I'm going to do my foundation. This is L'Oreal's True Match in W4. And I take it with a 109 brush. Now if you're going to barely buy this brush, I don't suggest you using it for your foundation just yet because it will shed and you'll find yourself spending a lot of time trying to pick off the hair from your skin. So mine has been washed a couple of times, which actually a lot of times because I've had it for like 3 years, 2 years now. So it doesn't shed as much, but I love it for foundation. And this foundation is nice because it's really buildable. Buildable without looking caked on. You can still see a little bit of your skin shining through. Okay, so for the bottom part of the lid, we're going to also go into our Super Copper. Wet your brush, whatever brush you're using. So just draw a straight line. If you have enough, go onto the other eye. Like that. And you can take it a little past midway. And as you can tell, it really adds to the look. And this orange makes my eyes, they're brown and it just makes them like a little more reddy brown. It's really pretty. We're going to go straight into Shadowy Lady, which is this one here. And continue our line. Start in the outer corner. Build it a little. And then sweep it onto the orange. You don't want it to be as dark here as it is here because you want it to fade into the orange. Like that. And as you can see, this line down here also connects with my liner. I think today I'm going to add this brown one, and it's Teddy by MAC. I want to do black today because I don't want it to close up my eyes too much. Okay, so once again with Teddy by MAC, pull your eye softly. And line it. So I already did powder and bronzer. As always, my favorite bronzer is Suntan Matte by Smashbox. It's my favorite. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of MAC Silver Dust. And this is going to go on the bridge of the nose, on the Cupid's bow. And a little bit as a highlight. Just a little, not too much. And you can blend this in with your hands. And for lips, just a nude mouth. This one by Revlon, and it's soft nude. And I don't know what it is about it. I love it. It's not so washed out. It's sort of like Honey Love by MAC, which is another one of my favorites. So just a little bit of chapstick before. So mascara to the bottom.